Alright, hello everybody, welcome to IshandFriendsTV with me, Ishanu, and welcome to the UGC Season 9 Grand Final. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, two great teams tonight, a best of three. Teams, of course, VD currently in the blue, 0% in the red. We're going to go over the teams, go over the maps in a second, but first of all, let me introduce you to my co-caster for this very special evening, the Grand Final evening. He's, well, he casted last season's Grand Final with me, he's been casting with me all of this season as well. Been playing Highlander in Australia for quite some time, and UGC for as long as it's been around in Australia. He is Ruby. Rubos, you excited tonight?
Oh, I'm very excited. This should be great. I mean, it's been a great season, and this will just be an awesome way to cap it off, I think. Both these teams done really well, and it'll be really good to see which one's the strongest in the end. Yeah,
look, I'm looking very much forward to it. We'll go over the players in just a second. They're mostly the regular players for both teams, but just before we do that, Agi is one of the players for VD. He's the heavy. Just got in late word that he's probably actually not going to be with the team for the whole night. He's actually got some real life commitments in, not exactly sure when, maybe after the first or second map. So guys, don't be surprised when he switches out for someone. But Ruby, the word is that we don't actually know who VD plans to put in place of him.
Yeah, there's talk of a few different players, but I don't think there's any certainty yet, so we'll just have to wait and see who that will be.
Well, good stuff. I look forward to finding that one out. I'm going to go through the VD players, and why don't you take the 0% players before that?
Just be quick. Oh, I'm going now, am I?
Yeah.
Oh, we got Davy I on Pyro, 27, which is Drams on Medic, Robert Paulson on Demo, Edge on Spy, Hey Katie, which is JT on Sniper, They Call Me Engie on Engineer, Agi on Heavy, Basically Taken on Soldier, and Yuki on Scout.
Yeah, and over on the 0% side, Wobble Man, who I can only assume is Cinderella Man, on the demo as usual. Ferrisar on Heavy. Bulk Brogan, which is Bulk, as it looks like we're about to start, so I'm going to go through this on the Engineer. Tonbury, as usual, crowd favourite on the Pyro. Render, Soldier. Tava, who is not their usual Spy, will be playing Spy right now. Fake on the Scout. Zom on the Sniper. And I think that's everyone. So we're going to go ahead, get this game started. We're going to see the suicide straight away for the Engineer, putting his sentry gun in a reasonably standard spot there, Ruby. And just really quickly, the three maps for tonight. Of course, Payload Badwater. That's where we are right now. That's the first map. Then going to go over to Koth Viaduct Pro, and then lastly, not leastly, especially if we get there, Barn Blitz Pro.
Yeah, it should be good. Some great classic Highlander maps, and be good to see how they play them. Yeah, this sentry spot's a bit far forward, so it'll be interesting to see how VD reacts to this. I mean, a Heavy could probably take that out from coming around the corner. So we'll just see what happens as setup finishes in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, we probably will see that. It looks like his name isn't Robert Paulson. I'm just going to go ahead and call him Paulson. Looks like he's going to be caber bombing, so I'm going to keep the camera on him right out of the gate. He could do something interesting, or he could fail horribly. We're going to see. And he actually chooses to sticky jump all the way behind. That's...
He's probably going to jump again from behind. Or he's going to spawn, I don't know.
That's unusual. Either way, what we're seeing is VD in the blue, of course, pushing forward. They do take down Zom. That's JT, Hey Katie, on the Sniper. Very good stuff. Teleporter goes down in the background from Paulson. But that sentry's still up. Pyjamas still on the Medic. Is not popped her Uber off yet, so a little bit of back and forth, but nothing really happening yet.
Yeah, nothing too significant yet. VD's probably just trying to get that Medic pop so they can go in, but they might just decide to go anyway now.
Yeah, it looks like Paulson did finally get back. Yeah, he did get back. As he sort of correctly predicted, he did jump from behind, but that sentry gun completely shut him down. Didn't get too much done with it at all. He's respawned right now, and the direct hit coming out of Basty is not doing work either. Edge going down in the background to Render, but what we're seeing is that sentry gun's still alive, and the Uber's unpopped for both teams.
Yeah, pretty good hold so far. I mean, VD sort of wasted a bit of time. I think they're going to use their Uber finally now. They're coming in with a Demo. Demo actually gets knocked away. Medic moving away as well. Pyro goes down. Not too great. The sentry's still up. Trying to get some stickies on it. Oh, they do just finish it off, but VD poorly positioned at the end of that. Lost a lot of players. Not a great push from them.
No, not at all. What's very important to notice, until she went down, KT did take down Pyjamas at the end. Drams did go down as well. A lot of players deceased right now for 0%. Sentry gun being taken down while it was being built back up to level 1. VD coming forward with the high ground. They've got the heavy, they've got the demo there with them. Looks like they should be able to just push this cart forward. Only 4 players left alive for 0%, and we're going to see the first capture point of this grand final and check that first timeout.
Yeah, 148, not a bad time for first point. Pretty good clean up there after that push from VD. Good to see them go, and they're going actually straight through now to the roof, getting their players on that roof already. Soldier jumping up, heavy medic coming around from behind, and 0% has nothing set up there, so it looks like VD might just be able to claim this with their momentum.
Yeah, did try and get forward. Agi did go down actually on the roof, but no, yeah, 0% defenses already stuck up on the roof there. They're getting knocked away. However, Tonbury did get a reflect pipe there back onto someone. I'm not too sure exactly who. But it looks like 0% in a, looks like VD in a very good position. A lot of time already on this cart. They do have their and Pajamas went down in that fight.
Pop actually forced there from the spy, so VD's got to try and make use of this, dropping down from the roof now. A few 0% players sort of moving inside, but they have lost their medic and their pyro, as you say. Looks like VD can just get the time on this cart, get this second point. Very nice time so far, 2:43. Let's see what 0% can do on this third point.
Yeah, absolutely great time. 2:43 is something probably 0% weren't expecting. It's been a very fast push. They are keeping the 2 times cap up on that cart, and it's exactly what they need to do. Soldier's bombing forward, does take down that sentry gun that was being set up. He does lose his life for it, but that's meaning that 0% is not going to have any really significant defenses for this third point hold. They do have a very slight Uber advantage, but really that's not what they need to have right now. Uber's players are even, so just up to VD what they want to do with it.
Yeah, Davey is actually lagging out, which is a bit unfortunate for VD, but I don't know if they're just going to wait for him to sort that out or what. Hasn't been a pause yet, but he's just sort of hanging there doing nothing.
Yeah.
So they might just go.
Yeah, about 200 ping he spiked up to there. Not really the best when you're trying to get reflexed as the pyro there, but VD, they do have their 100%, so of course does 0%. Looks like they're going to be popping forward onto the demo. They do move forward. They actually catch that heavy out of position. That was a bad mistake out of Ferrisar. The counter pop is actually out on the pyro, doing a great deal of work knocking the back. However, the dispenser and the sentry both go down to his name isn't Robert Paulson there, moving forward, still staying alive, knocking back that Ubered combo, and Pajamas does go down at the end of it. 356 there for the third point, and this is a very good push out of VD. Nothing really going wrong so far.
I'm just surprised at how well VD is just able to get these kills tonight. Oh, good stab there by Tava on Dram, so a bit unfortunate for VD, but 0% does have a lot down to try and defend this last point with.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely correct. VD retaining their player advantage. They do have not really the height advantage, however, Ferris are very weak there. Tonbury does actually go down in the background as well. Trying to keep pressure on that cart. Move over to mini sentries by the looks of things for the 0% player, for the VD players there. And for some reason the VD medic is all over the place and does go down to Zom, yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like 0% can probably hold on to this point just for the meantime. They've got that level 1 sentry, not doing much, but they have their players in position now, and as you say, that medic and that demo down is going to delay the push for a bit. So finally some breathing room there for 0%.
Yeah, and I'm just noticing it now, JT tagged up as Hey Katie now up to about 400 ping as well, so VD having ping problems left, right and centre by the looks of things. Not really where you want your sniper to be in terms of ping. But what it does mean though is that 0% might finally actually get a bit of a hold set up on this last point, and as I say that, Robert Paulson actually takes down the sentry gun that was being built up by Bulk.
Yeah. Actually got Yuki running babyface blaster, so even in the grand final Yuki's got time for that.
Very good. Yeah, 0% was trying to get forward, but Pajamas goes down to a great bomb in there from Paulson. From Basty, excuse me. It looks like 0% losing a lot of players, only the 3 players left alive. Uber is popped now out on the cart for VD. There's a jumping soldier trying to get some distraction work done, but not really too much happening. Keeping time on the cart, and unless this spy and soldier can combine up and get a lot of kills, which they don't really do, that's going to be a very, very quick push there for VD. 5 minutes, 51 seconds, that is swift.
That was just perfectly played by them, I think. They got pretty much all those kills before they even popped their Uber. They just moved in with pure force. They really know how to push payload. And it'll be tough to see if 0% can combat that, but I have seen times like that be beaten on this map, so don't count it out just yet.
No, this is a map that, well, as we just saw, once you get a bit of momentum, get a roll going, you can definitely push forward. And there were slight times where VD was delayed, so, you know, 0% certainly does have an opportunity to reclaim this round. but they're going to be hard-pressed to do it. They're going to need to remain very much team-based and really push as a team to get that done.
Yeah, I think it was the North America versus Europe. The time set was 4:30 or something, and it was beaten. So.
Really?
Yeah.
That is fast by both teams then.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if the 0% demo is going to be trying any form of shenanigans. I'm trying to find him. I'm suspecting that he might. There he is. No, nothing too crazy. He actually isn't running the sticky jumper at all, so maybe something a little bit more sedate out of 0%, but they need to try something though. It's going to be interesting to see what they choose to do as they do come forward now. They're actually bringing their Medicat straight away. Maybe they realise the desperation of this situation. They need to get going. Yeah, Pyjamas coming out, not really getting too much done. Yuki does go down, Render it down as well. Level 3, wrangled up Sentry in a slightly more traditional position though. That heavy on the low ground is trying to spam it out, but isn't going to get too much done from down there. As VD looking quite good in defense so far.
Yeah, 0% just sort of needs to know the correct routes to approach this. I think coming from there with the heavy just really can't get the distance out. They're going to pop now on the heavy in the demo, try and take the Sentry out. That Wrangler's really just going to do a lot of work defending it, and the stickies aren't even going to get close. VD just defending well with that Uber there.
Yeah, great defense really there. A nice multi out of Drams, tagged up as 27 right now. And onto the Pyro, got a lot of work done delaying that Uber, and as a result they're stuck on the low ground. They do have a slight Uber advantage, does 0%, but it shouldn't really be enough to hurt VD in the long run.
You can see in comparison to how 0% was defending, VD uses his Wrangler a lot more on this point, which I think is really good for just stopping that long distance attack from around the corner, which 0% seems to be fond of.
Yeah, it's going to knock out a lot of that damage that's coming forward, and as you can see, as soon as even the Scout just tries to chip it down from long range, the Wrangler going straight up to defend it up. The Uber is actually popped now out of Pyjamas. That was a nice force out of Basty going forward and getting it. Drams does have his counter Uber, and already the 0% Uber is completely out by the time Drams is forced to pop his counter, and time is certainly wasting for 0% in this attack.
Yeah, VD doing very well in this game. It really seems tough to crack through them, and you know they've only got 4 minutes now to get the next 4 points even.
Yeah,
VD's looking very good to take this. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely they are. They are at a slight Uber disadvantage right now, and the Sentry Gun does actually go down to the spam out of Cinderella Man. It looks like Drams is making the correct decision and just running, leaving his heavy to die for him to let him back out. Paulson's stuck very far forward. He probably should get punished for that, but he's actually going to jump out as well. 3.5 minutes left for this push as the first point should actually get capped up. Yeah, 3.5 dead on actually. So yeah, it looks like we'll see if VD can continue this defending up on the second point there, as they're actually trying to move to the high ground already. However, 0% already onto the roof with mini sentries. Bulk actually is going to go down in the end. Soldier jumping forward doesn't actually manage to take down Drams. A nice air shot there out of Basty getting the big midi.
Yeah, VD, you can just see how quickly they adapt to that last point. When that first point they know is gone, they don't lose all their numbers so quickly. They just come back to this roof and they hold it well. And yeah, you can just see their experience on this map is really paying off here.
Yeah, as you would expect. It looks like Ton did actually get a reflect back, but does go down. Fake going down as well on the cut. And it's getting tougher and tougher for 0% to push forward. However, a Wild Ferrisar appears on the roof. He does go down very swiftly though. Pyjamas on 0% Uber right now, as well as 0% body fat. So what we are seeing is VD is going to actually control this roof. Unless we see some bombs happening onto Drams, they're going to control this roof for quite some time while 0% tries to build up that Uber.
Oh, great pick there by Yuki. Yeah, actually sort of jumping like crazy. And with that babyface blaster managing to take out Pyjamas, so she's going to have to build it right up again.
Yeah, absolutely she will. It looks like Render is sitting under the back stairs there. I think he's probably going to go for a bomb when it's called, so I'm going to stick with his cam for just 1 second. And he does actually come up, takes down the Scout, and does actually manage to get the force out onto Drams, which is exactly what he needed to do. VD losing a few players in that. The Uber did get popped, so it looks like 0% is going to try and take this roof, but it doesn't look like they're actually going to be able to do it. They've lost a lot of players for that force.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, they will respawn a lot faster than VD's players will, so maybe they can get some aggression in here. Just looks like they are being forced out.
Yeah, they tried to do that on the back of the medic and the demo coming forward, just trying to solo up that roof. However, Paulson actually managed to take down both the demo and the medic. 1.5 minutes remaining for 0%. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, it is. 0% has, you know, fleeting presence on this roof. They do actually manage to sneak a little cap there. Not sure who that was. Oh, that was Render actually, so the soldier just sneaking that point there. That's going to move, that's going to block that door actually, so VD isn't really going to be able to get to the roof so quickly. Looks like that second point will be gone. And but only 109, I don't even know if that's possible for the next 2 points.
I think probably it's not really. Agi actually stayed along there and took down 2 players and the mini sentry who was trying to move forward with the cart. Eats a sandwich to heal up and he's going to pop out and actually get a lot of kills on this cart. Actually no, does back off and probably will go down in the back play there. 0% getting a lot of time on this cart, but unfortunately for them I don't really think it's going to be enough. They're actually trying to move forward and secure themselves of some positioning around this 3rd point. But VD probably would be wise to just delay a little bit longer and then set up a nice 4th point defense there.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much safe to call it dead time at this point. 30 seconds to get the next 2 points. I think VD can take this first round pretty comfortably.
Yeah, I think they're not going to be worrying too much. The Uber does actually come in for 0%. The VD player is quite correctly backing out. I don't think it's going to be enough. The actually counterpop now is out of VD. Onto the heavy, onto the soldier as well, who are clearing off that cart. 10 seconds left. It cannot be done anymore. Well, hasn't been for a while. But yeah, that's pretty much that first round, guys. And well, you'd have to say quite a very convincing win in favour of VD there for that first round.
Yeah, VD's really just pulling out all the cards here. Played excellently that first half. That's what 0%'s got to compete with, and you know, no shame in losing to that. VD just played this map as it's supposed to be played. Very well done.
Alright, so it looks like we're back with the second round of this first map, guys. UGC Highlander, Season 9 Grand Final. VD currently in the red defending, 0% body fat, 0% pushing right now. VD, of course, winning that first half very comfortably, and we're going to go ahead and see what their defense looks like when they're not really under any pressure, when they've already got a nice comfortable lead in this map.
I've got it. Pyro doing that taunt even in the setup time.
It's fun. Why shouldn't he be killing himself for metal?
You'd think
Isn't
so,
that what his job is?
Apparently playing your guitar is more important. I can understand.
Definitely. And it looks like they're all doing it. Dram's just got his 100% and straight away he was into it.
Yep. I wonder if you can hear that from 0% spawn. It's pretty loud.
Quite possibly. They need to stop pretty soon, otherwise they won't be in position to defend up this point. And it looks like there we go. Once again, going to see if I can find someone interesting to watch on the rollout. Trying to find the demo, but there he is. Looks like he was not jumping again. 0% choosing again. Not really to do anything too crazy with their demo out of spawn. Just get some early time on the cart and see what they can do. But once again, Pyjamas is actually out. I wouldn't be surprised at all if I saw a Basty bomb in straight away to try and take her down.
Yeah, I don't really know what's happening here. The soldier also just tried to get into the sentry, got taken out completely there. So we'll see if 0% just chooses to go around this corner again, or if they try and adopt a different route. Looks like they are going to go this way.
Looks like they're still just trying to brute force their way up that hill. It's got no cover, no protection on it at all. I'm surprised Pyjamas managed to stay alive for that. JT did actually go down right at the start. Paulson getting a lot of work done on the cart, taking down, looks like Fake it was, trying to push through. And if that was 0%'s plan to just distract long enough to get the cart through the tunnel, it worked. We've got the demo on the low ground getting a lot of sticky spam. Does actually manage to take down the sentry on the high ground there. They've popped on the low ground, however. VD popped on the high ground. Not really too much happening of either. Drams decides to drop off. However, the heavy reluctant to follow. He does actually drop down in the end. Does take down the engineer in bulk. But it looks like this is actually some ingenious, crazy plan out of 0%. And that is a brilliant time for the first point.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, but that was perfect. They kept their heavy players on that cart. Didn't really focus too much on the top. And the top just sort of sorted itself out. 119 for the first point. Here they go, and a lot of players down for VD as well.
Absolutely correct.
0% can brute this, they got this.
Yes, VD nowhere to be seen on this roof. Looks like there was a soldier in Basty, but he goes down straight away to Cindy. Cindy does actually go down as well to a pipe from Paulson, but, you know, straight away, VD looking very much a different team to the one that defended so well in the first round.
Yeah, and this constant pressure on cart is also something we didn't really see last half. Already you got this engineer on this cart, and that second point, so close to being capped, does just get taken out. It almost caps there, but just a tap would get that. Yeah,
just a tap's all it needs. Maybe we will actually see maybe a spy come forward, maybe the scout. will get it done. It looks like Yuki getting a couple of quick kills in the back play, combining up with Edge. Uber's actually popped right now, 40% on the high ground. Tombury trying to get some work in. Looks like Edge is actually stuck behind them. That Uber really did not get actually anything done for 0%. And Edge getting 1 kill, 2 kills, taking down the heavy and the medic in the back play. That's going to be a very big kick in the guts for 0%, who were looking quite good.
Yeah, but we do get a spy declick on that cap there, which is going to block that door again. I don't know if there's a telly out there for VD, so they might just back out, because the reinforcements will take a long time to come around.
Yeah, they will. It looks like Edge has finally been found out by Tonbury, does go down. VD are losing a lot of players.
Including Drams going down there, actually dropping the Uber to Zom. So great little headshot there by Zom. 100% down to 0, and 0%'s making use of it as well with the time on the card here.
Absolutely they are. 0% looking like, well, a much better team than what we've seen so far. VD again at a player disadvantage, and of course that Uber disadvantage as well. They do have a level 3 sentry wrangled up in the window there, so that's going to be tough to crack through, but Zom, just before he gets taken down by Yuki, does actually knock down that dispenser. So we won't be able to see the VD sort of close 3rd point hold that we had seen against Getsum. And yeah, 0% looking very, very good in this round.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this 3rd point I think will be the test, because we've seen VD just hold so strongly here. If 0% can crack through this, they can really do anything. I think they might be able to take this.
Yeah, I hope they do. I'd love to see this one go to a 3rd round. But Uber comes now in for 0% on the back of the demo, excuse me, trying to come forward, combining up with the Pyro. VD, however, backing off, not losing too many players at all. They did lose 1 or 2. Drams, however, staying alive and now up with his 100%. It looks like we might see a counter pop anytime now.
Yeah, that was well coordinated there from VD, just sort of moving out of the way of the general pressure and then moving back in late. Managed to keep all their players up and you know, get the position at the end of that, so that was well played.
Yeah, and it looks like they're actually now moving into that close 3rd point hold that I was talking about. It's what we saw against Getsum, and it is very, very, very difficult to break through when it's well done. And it looks like it's going to be well done. You keep the medic with his back to the wall, can't really get taken down by too much. Heavy, Demo, Soldier, all there with him, and it looks like we've actually seen JT move over to the Huntsman on this defense here.
Interesting choice whenever the sniper moves to the Huntsman. I suppose he's probably just having difficulty getting those lines out and going for the quicker shots, but no, it does get taken out there by the Demo.
Yeah, VD losing a few players. Maybe they need to consider backing off from where their medic is right now. I know they do have the Uber, they do have the Heavy there, keeping things down, but yeah, it looks like we are seeing VD back off a little bit now. 0% losing a few players as well, but should be getting time on the cart now as the Uber does come in. Counter pop now actually out for Drams as well. Veriside did go down in the background. Pajama's going down as well. Basty and Robert Paulson both getting quick kills under that Uber, so it looks like VD defending up quite nicely after the first 2 points kind of got rushed from them.
Yeah, great work with Drams on these Ubers, just popping them at the right time and able to keep his players up. I think they're very well coordinated, and yeah, he's just making good use of them without popping them too early, I think.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. 0% holding very far back right now. They're slowly bringing their medic forward. Their medic, of course, is at an Uber disadvantage, so I'm going down in the background as well to Paulson. I don't really know what the correct answer to this hold is, and I'm betting that 0% doesn't know what the correct answer is to this hold either. And I think that's what VD's really banking on right now.
Yeah, for sure. This 3rd one is just so powerful, and if the team can do it right, it's very hard to push through. Just maybe the only hope for 0% might be that they can do this hold as well.
Well, I hope they can learn on the fly. They are, of course, a Prem Div team in Sixes, so they certainly do know their game sense. Whether they can adapt their game, however, to this hold straight up, I'm not too sure. And whether they can actually break through it. They do have quite a lot of time. 6 minutes and about 10 seconds left on the clock to push is quite a long time. It's going to allow for a lot of failed pushes if that's what it takes. But I'm just trying to think here right now what the correct answer to this hold is, and I don't really know what it is.
I think you've pretty much got to have that sentry down before you even move in, because you can just get the damage out to assist the rest of your players without really being able to get damage itself.
Yeah, I'd probably actually agree with that one right now. But that probably requires their spy to move forward. Tava is not 0%'s regular spy. I can't quite remember who it is that is the regular spy. But Tava certainly not known for his spy play in the way that Edge is. And I think that's probably coming through. Edge right now leading his team on 24 points, and Tava only on the 10 at the moment.
Yeah, we are getting the stickies on the sentry. The sentry's being moved out, so that's the first thing that we need to see from 0%. They're getting time on the card as well. It's looking hopeful for them. Counterpop coming out from Drams, trying to get some pressure on, being reflected there nicely by the Pyro, which is Tomberry. Tomberry does go down, but I think the work's been done. 0% is getting time on this cart, pressuring the players out of the way. I think they're finally going to get this third point.
Yeah, it looks like they finally will. They took quite some time, so from 231 to 738, that was a massive hole for that third point for VD. However, a lot of players for them down. They are at an Uber disadvantage, they are at a player disadvantage, so if 0% moves quickly, they can secure up a reasonably nice last point time and still give themselves quite a good chance in this second round.
Yeah, it's actually only 4 up. A few just spawned there, so now it's like 7 up, but if 0% applies the pressure, they can really get this. They just need to be careful to not let that sentry get up. They do have an Uber to use as well.
Yeah, Dram's going down, like you mentioned, does give them a lot of time to play around with. They do have a lot of players down for VD. A lot of their heavy players do come up. Basty does go down, however, to Ferrisar. They do have the high ground, but 0% does pop off that Uber defensively. They're moving up with the heavy, and it looks like if Drams isn't careful, he's going to go down in the background. He actually does. Render taking down the scout as well. A drop bear heavy does come down, but taken out very quickly by the demo and Cinderella Man. And 8 minutes 28 seconds is actually quite a good time, given that third point hold.
It's a pretty nice time, yeah, actually, and yeah, do something special at least to try and beat that, because you normally see around, what, 10? Sort of depends for this map on how it's played, because one good hold can really stop it a lot, but 8:28 is a pretty good time.
Look, absolutely. I would not be at all complaining with 8:28 against a team like VD. It remains to see what 0% does, whether VD tries to do what they did, which is just distract from the hill enough to get the cut around through the tunnel and just a ninja cap at the background there, or if VD chooses to do a more traditional push through the cliffs.
Yeah, that was actually a really interesting push there on that first point. It's surprising that it worked so well from 0%. They pretty much had time on the cart that whole way, and were just able to apply the pressure from the cart, and yeah, it worked quite well.
Well, it was something I didn't expect out of them at all, but yeah, I was very impressed that it worked. I'd love to know who actually came up with that play, see if we can maybe catch them after the end of this game and see what it is. But it looks like Paulson again is going to go jump 3 sticky jumper stickies all the way to the back there. He's probably going to reappear at some point from the back and try and get some work done on that sentry, but what we're seeing right now is, well, not too much actually out of VD right now.
Probably just going to go for the suicide again, try and maybe get the sentry or the medic. Not commit too much just yet, by the looks of it.
Yeah, looks like that is what they're doing. They've got their sniper on the hill trying to get some work done, so far missing his shots. Basically did go down as well, but VD, time on the cart, and it's already at the bottom of the tunnel there. However, that heavy is there. Paulson again trying to come in from the background, but level 3 sentry from Bulk did actually take him down, so nice defensive work there out of Bulk. And we need to see where Drams is going to choose to use this Uber, and is this what we're seeing right now? No, it looks like the heavy actually managed to fall off the cliff there, and is going to have to reclimb that before that push can take place.
Unless he just chooses to assist from there, you can actually get up rock, maybe do some damage on that sentry from there. Not too sure, it doesn't really look like he's going to move.
Well, they need to decide quickly, because they're just burning time in the meantime. There's the soldier finally jumping forward, but doesn't get a great deal done. Edge was in position to try and get some work done, didn't actually manage to do it. Defensively, Pyjamas has popped and has multied a little bit. Sentry gun did go down though to Paulson. However, VD losing a lot of players, once again not ending up in the best position, and Drams was caught very far forward there. Lucky, very lucky indeed not to go down to about 60 health there. 0% looking very good, and there was no ninja cap from VD.
Yeah, 0% defending really well. Got sticky on that cart just to stop that ninja cap happening. Engineer trying to get on it, but the scout's already trying to respond.
Yeah, Drams going.
Engineer's getting it. Yeah.
Well, Drams went down in the background. Oh wow, he might too. In fact, he's going to, unless that scout gets on the cart right now, which he actually doesn't.
There it goes.
That's okay.
Yeah,
interesting.
You need to body block the cart at that point, I think. Didn't really need to give up the point there, and 0%'s lost a few more players as well. I don't know if they'll hold this roof. Haven't really seen a really strong roof hold this game yet, maybe one, but this roof just seems to go a lot. 0% does have 3 players there just waiting. They have to hold for another 6 minutes, which is certainly doable. Soldier trying to jump on now, get the medic. Medic actually drops down into that lower area. A lot of players pushing the cart as well. Heavy trying to stop them actually. Uber's popped now from 0%, and VD has their players up on the roof as well. Heavy and the medic up there. So VD, when this comes out, should be able to get the upper hand with this height advantage. We'll just see what.
You would think that they would. They do have the heavy medic on the roof there. 0% trying to push up through those steps there at the back. They did actually get forced, I think. I don't know if it was really Pyjama's choice to pop it. Sentry Gun and Engineer both going down from the jumping bastie, but it looks like 0% has retaken this roof. VD chose to back out just while they got that Uber up. I don't know if 0% is going to see this one coming. It looks like they've got stickies in position already, but that shouldn't really matter. The Uber should just pop off, but doesn't look like that's actually what's happening. If they lose players there, no. VD choosing to push forward. A lot of multiing coming out of the VD team though. 0%, however, a lot of players dead all at once, and VD looking very good off that push.
Yeah, or 2 up, actually just spy and scout for 0%. So this is the opportunity VD needs to just push forward, not let him play in this third, even maybe not let him play in this last. It's 5 minutes, so pretty much 0% needs to be desperate here. Maybe just set up on last, try and get a good hold out of it.
Yeah, I'm watching the VD heavy players and their medic just streaming forward. They've left a lot of space for that cart to move forward unhurt. And that's exactly what they're doing. The scout, NG, both staying on the cart. VD just sitting up at that corner. There's a scout behind them. That shouldn't really bother them too much, as he actually does get taken down by Yuki. Still running the babyface blaster, by the way. So 4.5 minutes left. This should be enough time for VD to push forward and take this.
Yeah, I expect VD, if they get this 100%, are just going to go, not give that sentry time to go up. It's level 2, it might just get to level 3 by the time they go. But I think they just want to make use of the time they have. They're actually going to go from the window by the looks of it. Actually dropping with the demo now. Uber on the demo, coming out, not getting a whole lot done, actually getting blown back there by the pyro. 0%, oh, he seems to be defending here. The medic didn't go down, the heavy stayed up as well. And yeah, it's only really the sentry, so it looks like 0% might be able to hold here.
They should be able to hold. They've only got a few players on the floor right now, but it looks like VD made a crucial mistake in chasing players that weren't the medic in that Uber. Pyjamas, when that VD Uber was popped, Pyjamas was on like 80-something%, and they just didn't chase her enough, and she actually managed to get it up, and she now actually has that 100% Uber for the defense. So 3.5 minutes left. VD did manage to stuff up that first push, but still enough time for them to push forward if they remove that medic from the equation early on.
Yeah, it's all about that medic and that heavy and that demo as well. Really important picks for that push. Sentry, of course. And yeah, if you can get those early, I think it pretty much just makes the push. Actually seeing a defensive Uber coming out, trying to get something done. I don't think they're really going to get any kills. They might get this heavy. But yeah, weird that they just used that Uber there and now it'll be 80% for Drams, uncontested. Yeah,
and Pyjamas getting taken down, body shot there from JT. I'm confused why they chose to push forward with that Uber, lose a lot of players. Drams now with his 100%. This really should be all she wrote for 0% for this map.
It does look like it. VD applying the pressure that they're famous for now. Really just a demo to try and stop it. Does get taken out there by the scout. Pyro as well, kind of come in. Scout there. That's pretty much all there is. Just a scout and the Pyro. And ×4 on the cart. VD's looking very strong.
Yeah, they've got their spun up heavy. He just actually chooses to drop down right now, chasing players. But VD looking very good, and you have to say that wasn't really VD's superior strats or anything that actually managed them to win that game. It was 0% making a odd decision.
Yeah, I would agree. Actually, they just decided to pop out there on defense. Lost quite a few players, lost their Uber advantage as well, and it really cost them there. So that'll be 2-0 to VD for this first map.
Well, yeah, that's exactly right. 2-0 to VD for this first map. UGC Season 9 Grand Final, guys. I'm going to go ahead and cut that there, and we'll be back with the second map in no time.